Good morning. Welcome to this video lecture on the subject corporate administration. The topic is private company. This is Chand Pasha, working as assistant professor, Department of Commerce, Government First Grade College, Hoskote. Dear friends, today we are going to discuss private companies. In my previous video lecture, we have discussed classification of company on the basis of formation, where we came to know a company based on formation, it can be classified as a chartered company, statutory company, and registered company. In this session, we shall be discussing classification of the company on the basis of number of member and size. Accordingly, based on the number of members and size, we can classify a company as a public company and a private company. Further, a private company, it can be a small company or one person company. So what is private company? As per section 2 subsection 68 of Companies Act 2013, private company means a company having a minimum paid up share capital as may be prescribed and which by its articles restrict the right to transfer its shares and prohibits any invitation to the public to subscribe for any securities of the company. This is the definition given by the Companies Act of private company. Let us understand what it is. A private company means a company should have a minimum paid up share capital. Minimum paid up share capital. Minimum share capital ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರಬೇಕು? See, for any private company, minimum share capital was rupees 1 lakh. But in the amendment made to the Companies Act 2015, this clause has been removed. It means to say, now anybody can start a private company with a minimum amount of share capital as it is mentioned in its article of association, and the Company Act does not mention any minimum amount. Earlier it was 1 lakh, but since the amendment was made in the 2015, the minimum paid up capital clause has been removed. So therefore, any private company can start a private company with minimum paid up share capital as it is prescribed by its article of association, and by its article of association it restricts the right to transfer its shares. Mean to say, a private company cannot transfer the shares to anybody, and it prohibits any invitation to the public to subscribe for any securities of the company. Two things you need to remember: minimum capital, second, restrict the right to transfer the shares, and prohibits the invitation to the public. Now adding more, provided that where two or more persons hold one or more shares in a company jointly, they shall, for the purpose of this clause, be treated as a single member. Dear friends, the minimum number of member for a private company is 2, maximum is 200. Earlier it was 50, but amendment made in the as per the new act of 2013, the maximum number of membership for a private company is 200. So when talk about the number of members, counting of number of members, it is said that if a share is jointly held by 2 or more persons, means one share taken by 2 or more persons, for the purpose of counting the members, the 2 members should be taken as 1 member, because it is one share, though it is being taken by 2 different members. So you cannot, so 2 shares should be 2 members should be counted as 1 members. That's the meaning of this clause. Furthermore, person who are in employment of the company and person who have been formerly in the employment of the company, where members of company in that employment have continued to be members after the employment ceases, shall not be included in number of members. Amendments made. As per notification dated 5th June 2015, Companies Act, a minimum paid up share capital requirement is abolished. As discussed earlier the minimum paid up capital was 1 lakh, but amendment made in the year 2015, this minimum paid up share capital clause have been abolished. Next, as per section 8, companies also need not have minimum paid up share capital. Section 8 companies are those companies which is formed not for profit. It means those companies which are formed for charity purpose, even they do not have to have the minimum paid up capital. Further, under CSR, the company has to spend 2% of average net profit of last 3 years, and CSR is applied to the following companies having net worth of 500 crores or more, or turnover of 1000 crores or more, or net profit of 5 crores or more. These are the latest amendment done in respect of the private companies. What are the features of private company? A private company restricts the right of transfer of its shares. This we have seen in definition given under section 2 subsection 68, where it is said that a private company is being restricted or stopped to transfer its shares. Next, number of members, as I told you, minimum is 2, maximum is 200, and a private company cannot issue prospectus or hold IPO, initial public offerings, because a private company cannot go, it's not inviting public. Once it is not inviting public, so it cannot issue prospectus. And articles of association is must. Every private company should have its own articles of association, and it can start its business immediately after incorporation. We remember when we discussing formation of company, we have 4 steps of formation. For a private company, the first 2 steps are involved, whereas for public company, all the 4 steps need to be followed. Therefore, a private company can start its business immediately after incorporation, and a private company enjoys some privileges when compared to a public company. Now let us discuss what are the privileges enjoyed by a private company. Starting off, business. A private company can start its business immediately after the incorporation. It is immediately after the registration, a private company can start its business activity. Next privileges enjoyed by the private company is prospectus. A private company need not have to issue prospectus because it is not going for public subscription. Issue of shares. Now a private company can issue right shares. Kinds of shares. A private company can issue equity shares, preference shares, as well as deferred shares. Index of member. Indexation is not applicable for a private company, but for a public company, indexation is must. They have to maintain the registration or register of the number of members and give indexation. This indexation is not applicable for a private companies. And number of members, so minimum is 2, maximum is 200. Number of directors. At any given point of time, a person can act as a director for 20 companies, out of which not more than 10 in public companies. Managerial remuneration, statutory meeting, and minimum subscription for allotment of shares. These are some of the privileges enjoyed only by the private company and not by the public company. Now, summary so far we have seen definition of a private company, what are the features of a private company, and some special privileges enjoyed by the private company.